Hello my friends, how are you all? Hope you all are doing great and welcome to another video on my channel. So guys, before I start this video, thanks a bunch for 100 subscribers. It really means a lot to me and I'm glad that you like watching my videos and you enjoy watching my videos. Also special thanks to my mother as she kept her trust in me that I could manage my studies and also make videos in a very responsible manner, and I'm grateful to her for that. So today we will be discussing a very interesting topic actually, that is how much fuel do pilots carry on an airplane. So let's get started with today's video. Okay, so majority of the airplanes carry fuel in their wings and very few in the lower belly of the aircraft, that is under the cargo compartment. So whenever you board an airplane, on the right hand side, on the right wing, you see a truck and a pipe connected to the wing. Now that truck is refueling the airplane. Now you can refuel the airplane through one wing. And the fuel will be sent to all the tanks. Okay, so guys, there's a guy called dispatcher with every airline. Now the main work of dispatcher is assisting in flight path. He basically prepares the operational flight plan and the documents for the airplane. Okay, so the dispatcher has a software in front of him wherein he'll put the aircraft's route and the alternate airport. Now alternate airport is nothing but a standby airport where the airplane will go in case if it's not able to land at the destination airport. Suppose you're flying from Hyderabad to Bangalore, you're not able to land at Bangalore, say bad weather. So you'll divert to the nearest airport. That nearest airport is your alternate airport, and that alternate airport will be Chennai in this case. So after the software will do a series of calculation and then it will give you a particular number, a specific number, and that is the amount of fuel which you will be carrying. That's called the block fuel. So you will be carrying that amount of fuel. Now I'll explain this in detail. So airplanes start burning fuel from the moment they push back. So from your taxi to your holding point, that fuel is called as the taxi out fuel. Thereafter you take off, you climb, you cruise, you descend and you reach a destination. That particular fuel is known as the trip fuel. So from destination A to destination B, that's your trip fuel. Now in addition to trip fuel, you have your minimum diversion fuel. Now I said from your destination airport, minimum diversion fuel caters fuel from your destination airport to your alternate airport. Like as I said, if you're not able to land at Bangalore, that is your destination airport, you will divert to Chennai. So minimum diversion fuel will cater fuel from Bangalore to Chennai. Right. After minimum diversion fuel, MDF, you have your final reserve fuel. Now final reserve fuel is nothing like but it's a last resource, the last means. So final reserve fuel caters to hold at the alternate airport, not at the destination airport, at the alternate airport to hold. After that, after final reserve fuels, you have your contingency fuel. Now contingency fuel is nothing but 5% of your trip fuel or 5 minutes of flight time. Now contingency fuel, it is used for some kind of for some sort of urgencies, like you don't get your optimum flight level. Now optimum flight level is a flight level where it's an altitude where the aircraft will do its best in terms of fuel efficiency, aircraft performance, engine performance. It will just do its best. It is calculated, the optimum flight level is calculated, then they decide the optimum flight level. We'll just take an example of 35,000 feet. So if you're not flying, if you don't get the optimum flight level, that is 35,000 feet, you will burn more fuel. Obviously, you will obviously burn more fuel. Now why you won't get 35,000 feet? Traffic, air traffic, suppose the ATC will not give you 35,000 feet, he will say finalize 33,000 feet. So it's like that. After contingency fuel, you get your extra fuel. Extra fuel is nothing but it caters to hold at the destination. Remember, the final reserve fuel was to caters to hold at the alternate airport, not at the destination airport. Extra fuel caters to hold at the destination airport. So for example, you're flying into Delhi. Delhi, it's India's busiest airport. So traffic issues, the ATC might instruct you to hold for some time for aircraft separation. So the extra fuel caters to hold at your destination. Okay guys, so I've just planned a simple flight from Bangalore to Kolkata here. This is how a real operational flight plan looks like, which the dispatcher will give to the pilot. This is how it looks like. We have the flight number IGO 1224, that's Indigo 1224. 31st July the date. I've planned a flight from Bangalore to Kolkata. These are the ICAO codes: Victor Oscar Bravo Lima to Victor Echo Charlie. Then you have the airplane type, the A320-251 Neo. Operation flight plan 1 from Bangalore. Okay, this all cost index and all. It's right here. Now what we are focusing is on the flight fuel section. So if you take a look here, trip fuel, you have the trip fuel, then you have the contingency fuel, then you have the minimum diversion fuel, that is the alternate fuel, and then you have your extra fuel, and then the taxi out fuel. And after doing all these calculations, you get your block fuel. That is 12,275 for this particular flight from Bangalore to Kolkata. So this is how it looks like in a real operational flight plan. You also have routings. So this is how your route looks like. You'll just input this into the MCDU of an Airbus A320 or the FMS of a Boeing 737. You have your SID, your fix, an airway, and then your Vishakhapatnam VVZ is Vishakhapatnam VOR station, then another airway, then another fix, and then your star, then the destination. And this is the alternate routing to your alternate destination, which in this case is Guwahati. And this is how it looks like in a real operational flight plan, the fuel section. Okay, so a quick recap. You have your taxi out fuel, you have your trip fuel. In addition to trip fuel, there is the minimum diversion fuel, and after minimum diversion fuel you have the final reserve fuel, then the contingency fuel, then the extra fuel. And after calculating all these, you will get your block fuel, which I just showed you. So this is how dispatcher calculates. This is how the software calculates and then gives you an input, and then the dispatcher will give it to the pilot, and then that particular amount of fuel will be filled into the airplane for the flight. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you liked, and if you did, so please drop in a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Once again, thank you so much guys. Thanks a lot for 100 subscribers. It really means a lot and I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed, drop in a thumbs up, drop in a comment. That's pretty much it for today. Bye bye, see you in the next video.